Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming in. All right. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, all right. Krishna Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Yeah, she is. Hare Krishna, Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Gauranga. Okay, get your bead bags out and let's chant. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, 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 Radha, Radha,
Radha, Radha.
Radha, 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 Radha. Yeah. Yeah. Woo, Radha.
Radha, Radha.
Radha, 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 Radha. Oh, Radha, Radha, Radha. Radhe, 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 Radha,
Radhe,
Radha,
Radhe.
Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radhe, 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 Krishna, 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 Radhe, Radhe,
Radhe,
Radhe, Krishna, 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 Radhe, 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 Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Radhe,
Radhe, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Das, Radhe, 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 Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda,
Krishna Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivasa,
Hare.
Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna
Rama Rama
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Hare.
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri 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 Krishna Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Say
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Say Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Say Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Say Krishna Chaitanya. Say Krishna Chaitanya. Say Krishna Chaitanya. Say Krishna Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Rama Rama,
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna.
Nityananda,
Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna.
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Krishna
Nityananda,
Krishna.
Nityananda,
Hare
Nityananda,
Hare.
Nityananda, Nityananda,
Nityananda, Nityananda.
Nityananda, 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 Nityananda,
Nityananda,
Nityananda,
Nityananda.
Nityananda, 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 Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Haridas,
Krishna
Haridas,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Haridas,
Chaitanya,
Haridas.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna 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 Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Nityananda.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Nityananda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Nityananda.
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Nityananda.
Hare,
Nityananda.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Nityananda.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Radha, Radha,
Krishna, Krishna,
Radha,
Hare
Radha, Radha,
Hare Rama,
Radha,
Hare Rama,
Radha,
Rama,
Radhe,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe,
Radhika,
Radhe, Radhe,
Radhika,
Radhe, Radha, Radha,
Radhika.
Radha, 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 Radha. Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Radhika, Radhika.
Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Radhika,
Krishna,
Radhika.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, 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 Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna.
Rama, Hare Rama.
I
Rama,
like
Rama,
this
Hare.
Absolmita's mood. Yeah.
Your music is very loud, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you for being so how you are. It's great. It's great to see. It says a lot about you, actually.
Yeah.
Because
And you
we're all
can
good
take an
people,
example from
others,
that.
we can also, but the thing is, it shows you when a person has a sincere heart, how they respond. So that's beautiful. Thank you. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Because you're going to hear people, they're going to say things here and it'll trigger our false ego. Oh, may trigger our false egos. Now I'm going to continue chanting. May trigger our false egos sometimes. So this happens. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Hare. Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Rama Hare
Krishna,
Rama.
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This is
Krishna.
how you get the mercy of the Vaishnavas, which is very important. Apologizing, when you make a mistake. If you can realize it, a lot of people don't realize it. So that shows you Krishna is with you, when he shows you things. It's great. Because then you get the mercy of the Vaishnavas and you feel uplifted by that. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Yeah, I've been realizing things. Lord Chaitanya was such a great example of the path. He actually he lived it. And because his whole point was to uplift the energy of people to the liberated platform. Our energies are usually down. See, down in the world. See, in worldly things, worldly meditations. So our energies is caught up in it's Mahamaya, the material energy, modes of nature. So Lord Chaitanya came to uplift our energy into the transcendental level, see, the spiritual level above the modes of nature. So he did it by example, by the Maha Mantra he chanted with transcendental taste. See? And he showed the process to get this transcendental taste. The process is getting the potency from the devotees, and then chanting the mantra, and then it would uplift your energy, and you get this increasing taste, increasing upliftment, and then you become like on the real spiritual path. See? And then whatever burdens you pick up in the world and everything, you cast them upon the Lord in that sense, and he'll take them away. But I notice, by my journey in this here is, being uplifted and then taking on disciples and students and their associations. Some students, they come, they get uplifted, and then they go and back and associate with worldly people intimately, not just brushing aside and but really like intimately, and they're pulled back down. See, and then they come here and get a little uplifted, and then they get pulled back down. See, their energy is pulled back down, and it's like this, tug of war. And you could do this for years. And what it shows up for me is like I'm on like Messenger, the Messenger thing, and it's like they get uplifted here, or they sometimes they get triggered and all that, and then they come to me and pull my energy down. They want to pull my energy down. This kind of what they do. In various ways, basically, having mixed motives and things like this, and complaints and wanting to blame, and all of this kind of stuff. This is a non-liberated state. A lot of people are there. So, but Lord Chaitanya showed the example, because he wanted to uplift people's energy, and he wanted to stay uplifted. He didn't want to be pulled down, and I see why now. Because it's just how it works. It's like how long do you want to how long does it take to get with the real program? See, the real program is to associate sincerely with liberated souls, and to get purified of the insincerity. And I'm not, I can't just stick around with the devotees who are like they see, I don't know, it's such a joy when people, messenger me sincerely. They have a sincere question, and they want to understand something, or get confirmation about something. See, that's okay. That's wonderful. That's associate. But to come, and have mixed ideas, and you want to blame your guru, for this and for your problems and all of these things. I'm not going for that anymore. I don't want to be pulled down by that. I'm not I'm the cause of my own problems, if I have any. You're the cause of, we're actually, it's the modes of nature the cause of our problems. So let's get above it. And anyway, I'm just, if I get pulled down by devotees who have all of this stuff going on, and they approach me with that kind of thing, and to control and to, I'm sorry, I'm putting on restrict. That's just how it is. I'm not going down that road anymore. I can't. There are too many people coming, and if anybody else wants to deal with that, fine. But everybody's got to learn. I got to do this. This is what I do. I cast my burdens upon the Lord, and he really takes them. Now, can't you do that? I mean, the only reason you can't, anybody out there can't do it, is lack of faith. But you should learn from the example of devotees who do it, because I cast my burdens on the Lord. He takes them every fucking time. What is the problem for you guys? Don't you learn faith here? So any of you people having problems with any problem, cast your burdens on the Lord. Chant Hare Krishna, with faith that, he'll take your burdens away. Because I see the whole problem is always lack of faith. Or associating with mundane persons who pull your fucking energy down. So, hey man, I'm not going for it anymore. Anybody else wants to do it, fine. You come here for inspiration and have your energy uplifted. See? And stay as much as you can there. And if you have problems and burdens, cast them on God, like even the Bible says. If you can't do that, you're not even following the Bible. You don't even have faith in Jesus, really. So it's always the same principle. Cast your burdens on God, just like he did, like Lord Chaitanya did. He was just chanting in ecstasy. His devotees do. So that's how you keep your energy in a uplifted way. Otherwise it's back and forth thing, and you can't give it up. You still want to associate with low-level persons. Pull your energy down, and you come here, get a little uplifted, and you're all mixed. Okay, that's fine. It's your struggles, whoever you are out like that. But, all I can do is share and share the happiness of God. I mean, that's important to me. I don't know about you guys. The happiness of God is important to me. And to stay in that happiness and not be pulled down by all this fucking bullshit in the world. So that's just where I'm at. So if I put you on restrict, that's because I don't want any more of that. If you didn't get it after 1 year, 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, well, nothing I can do. You just struggle and do the best you can, but this, you can come here and I'll just keep giving you the same message. Keep your energy uplifted, man. Take shelter of this path, man. Have as much faith and more than you have in Jesus here. And if you can't handle that, get the fuck out of here. It's the same fucking principle, man. You got a living person here. If you don't see the empowerment of Christ is here, the empowerment of Prabhupada is here after 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, well, what the fuck can I do? Because if you do see that, you'll be as blissful as Lalita and Govinda. They're the examples. It works. It's true. It's real. God is with us. And if you don't get that, and if you're unhappy now, it's because you don't have enough faith. And there's nothing I can do about that, man. There's something you can do about it. Come here regularly. Come here sincerely. Apologize like that nice devotee here, that new lady, Dibos, like that when you blunder sincerely. And get the mercy of the Vaishnavas and get uplifted and stay uplifted. People, this be here 3 years sometimes, and I hear, no, I don't know what my goal of life is, and what your goal of life is Lord Chaitanya. What I haven't told you, he's the shelter of those who are hopeless and helpless. That was Gohari Das. He gave me a life. He gave me a goal. What, I haven't been preaching that for 3, 5, 10, 20 years? What, you can't take the goal I have? Well, too bad, man. You want to figure out your goal? Well, you'll be unhappy. You won't get into the kingdom of God that way, because you got to take on the Lord's goal, and you learn that by serving the devotees, serving the guru, the spiritual master here, who's been appointed by that Lord. Yeah, we take on the Lord's goal. He has the greatest goal in the world. No, everybody else is dreaming. They have their personal goals. For God's sakes, that's illusion. It's Maya, Maha Maya. The devotees who are purified know that the goal of God is the greatest goal of all, to liberate every friggin' person in this universe. Because everybody is an illusion. Your best role models out there are in fucking illusion. Tony Robbins, Jai Patakas, the popes, all of these fuckers are in illusion. They don't know. They have their own agendas and motives. I even have disciples here who have agendas and motives other than surrendering to the Lord's goals and serving the devotee sincerely. So there's no problem, man. Lord Chaitanya is the goal. Hey man, I not only believe these scriptures, I know they're true. He is the shelter of those who do not know the goal of life, and that is every fucking person in this universe that doesn't have Krishna's mercy, God's mercy, Christ's real mercy, and purely. Because Jesus knew the goal of life was to save mankind by connecting them and marrying them to God, so that God would live inside their temple of their body. He knew that. Lord Chaitanya knows that. Gohari Das knows that. Do you know that out there? All of ISKCON doesn't know that. Your gurus don't know that. They think the temple of the Lord is supposed to be outside. That's why they jump up and down like fucking monkeys in their kirtans and have no real bhakti. Ooh, we got Shama-san's attention. She likes this. Are we intense enough there? Should I use less cuss words?
I cannot miss this roaring. It has to be in my face. Go for it, Guru Maharaj. Awesome.
Wait a second here. I think this is a hot one, man. We're here to light a fire under your ass, man. Hey, the world's burning, man. Maya's hot, man. Let's get into the kingdom and stay there, for God's sake, man. Yeah, it's so beautiful. I mean, this is the perfect place for you people out there, man. You devote many of you. You're fucked up. You're fucked up, man. Sachi, you're fucked up. Yeah, you are. You're fucked up. And Radhe, you're fucked up. And all of us are fucked up. Lalita's fucked up. But you know what? Gohari's fucked up. We're all fools. We're rascals. We're in this illusion. And wow, my Lord Chaitanya came to save us all. Do you guys believe that? Well, you should be in bliss by now, because it's true. The only problem is whoever doesn't think they're screwed up and they think there's some other way, some other path, some other this. Oh, maybe it's Jesus. Hey, man, Lord Chaitanya has come. You don't believe that? He's the latest avatar. That's your problem. That's why you're not in bliss. You have anybody having anxiety and problems and all that because you're not committed. You're not 100% here. Really, I mean, that's it, man. You know why? You don't have role models like Lalita and Govinda? They're 100% in bliss because they're 100% here. God says, oh, these are sincere people. These are and those who are not, he knows your heart. Oh, these are not sincere people. They're not taking full show. So I can't help them fully. A little partially, they come here, we get a little bit, then they go elsewhere. They go down. See, they got to go down and hang out with homeless people and who take their energy and fuck them up. And then they come here, get a little energy and get back down. And then they come to Gohari to give him complaints and why he's the source of their problems. No, you know, sorry. You know, Lord Chaitanya, he was very smart. He would go and meet people in South India. You can read all of this stuff. It's all in there. So I'm patterning myself more and more like that because I understand now why he did what he did. He would give people the potency to chant and develop this bhakti by chanting in ecstasy. And anybody got the potency, you know what I'm talking about. So there you go. You got the greatest gift in the world. You got the attachment to chanting the name or hearing the pastimes. So there you go. He would give that. And you know what he did? He disappeared mostly. And where did he go? Where did he go? Well, it's up to you now. Because he didn't want to sit there and listen to their fucking problems. Hey, here's the gift. Use it. And I say that to everybody now. Here's the fucking gift. Use it. Attachment. It'll solve all of your problems. Don't go and try to control Gohari Das and make him the source of it, or you gave a donation before. Now he's indebted to you like you're the fucking government. You know, the government does that. They give you a so-called gift and they say, oh, you're in debt to me now. Even though I sometimes pay it back to those people, and then they still want to hold me in debt for those things. Unbelievable. I am finished with that bullshit now. You either come here, you want to serve from your heart sincerely, but no control trips and manipulations and all that stuff in the world. Go to the fucking world if you want to be like that. You know? Or come here, you can get energy and everything and try to use it to make spiritual advancement. You know? No more of that stuff, man. I want to keep my energy up. I want to stay up. Why should I be pulled down by people who are, it's like a chain. Here we're pulling people up and we got some on the chain that they want to pull people down because they're associating with people in the mundane world and serving them. You see, you serve the people on the low platforms by being intimate with them. They pulling you down and you want to come here and pull no more. No. Enough of that shit. That's why I put people on restrict one by one. Anybody like that. When I get sincere people, you know, they come to me on the messenger and they say, oh, you know, I have this question. Can you clear this up for me? You know, since they don't come here to control, but some do here, even now. Come here to manipulate and pull me down and make me the risk. It's your fault for, you know, me being like this. It's your fault because I don't want to work, you know. It's your fault because I'm in my mind, you know, and I'm just, you know, it's your fault. No. It's the modes of nature's fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. It's the modes of nature's fault and your fault for not understanding how to get out of them. and wanting enough to get out of it. I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but if you can, use it, because I do. I'm using it to stay out of that level now. I have a problem with people who have problems with Lolita. Well, yeah, you see, that's it. They're projecting, and they don't see, and so that's defending, like devotees is a devotee quality, and those persons who have it's their false ego identification that causes them. They don't, and that comes out, and that's why you see with this Deb Somita Mataji, that's a nice thing, because it's going to inevitably, you're going to trip, you're going to say things, but if you're intelligent and you're with your process, you say, oh, I see, okay, this was stuff coming out of me, like that, then you can handle it. What do you got to say there? Oh, I thought you were, okay, you're just meditating. Okay, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, so you're handling your process. That's beautiful. And that's how you get the mercy of devotees. Okay. So I notice Krishna wants to get rid of hypocrisy in the inner circles here. If you want to be part of this, you have to get rid of your hypocrisy. You got to come here and get sincere. Because, if you want to be part of the inside here, for sincere devotees, this is the example here. People coming to be committed, and not just tourists, or people coming here because there's nothing else to do or something, or they don't have any kind of fucking life. I'm here because this is life. Here, this is the greatest life in the world. This is the greatest path in this world. This is the easiest path to beyond even salvation, which you get automatically. And so this is the preaching here. You have to increasingly get rid of your fucking ideas that don't work. Increasingly. I'm here to present ideas that do work, and they're not my ideas. I take them on because they're God's ideas. It's His mind that delivers us. It's His heart or her heart that delivers us. Radha and Krishna deliver us. See, these scriptures, the essence of them, are here to deliver us. That's why I say anybody that believes the Bible more than this is a fucking fool. Get off it, man. The Bible is chopped up by editors and motivated persons, just like the Bhagavatam starting to be now, from the people who are materially motivated. So do not prefer the Bible over the conclusive statements of Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Leela and all of that stuff. If you do, that's why I see people weak here. They take on the contaminations in the Bible. Hey, man, you're not talking to a person who does it in theory. I've done that. I know that. I know the weakness you get by the mixed conceptions in the Bible. But you know what? I can sort it out now. I've sorted it out for myself, and I can help sort it out for you. Unless you're at this level, don't even try, because I see everybody trying to figure it out. Well, what did Jesus do? And they become weak and confused, and, they lose it. You want to be strong? Hear these things here. I've already sorted out these things. The Lord has given me the potency to look in the Bible, and I'll prove it to you. I'll prove that the concepts that don't, like Jesus, I'm the way, the life, and no one comes unto the Father to you. You know how many Christians are bewildered by that? Even have some ecstasy? All of a sudden they think God is as sectarian as they are. That Lord is never going to send another servant, and they miss Lord Chaitanya. See? Because Jesus is the only way, the life, and the truth, and no one comes unto the Father but by him. Therefore, I'm not going to believe in any other messenger of God that he sends, because I heard that statement that is misunderstood and probably chopped up by some fucking motivated editors in the Vatican or the Constantine, just so that they got a monopoly on God. It's only Jesus and our version of Jesus. You don't know the fucking poison in this world. You only can know from those who have drank it. And it's now an antidote for the poison in this world. I drank a lot of shit in this world, man. And we're here to deliver people out of this world. The same thing when Lord Chaitanya said, oh, you want to learn Bhagavad Gita? Go to Advaita Charya and learn the essence of Bhagavad Gita. That's what you got to learn here. All those devotees who want to be delivered in ISKCON and all these groups, or even Christians, or people here that have some feeling for Christ, come here to learn about Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita and even the Bible. And you'll be safe. I'll prove it to you. I'll prove that you can't figure out these things, because the Lord shows me things, and it's been already proven to even me that nobody has ever seen before. Nobody has ever revealed before. It's always like that when the Lord wants to bestow mercy upon the world. He'll choose somebody that's like, that doesn't have any faith in their own abilities. See? I have faith in the Shastras. Krishna is the ability in man. See, this is relationship. This is how the Lord says, I can use a guy like that. Are you like that out there? Do you see that it's the verses are God and they're the supreme truth and the supreme work in this world? That Krishna is the ability in you? Or do you claim ability, that you're the ability? That's being the doer, but that's not, we're part of that. Krishna is the ability in man, and he'll use it through you if you're in alignment. Let's see. Anybody want to say? Here, Lalita, give us a word.
It's indeed all about the shelter of Krishna, and it has no use to blame Guru for your problems. I cannot understand that people are calling you with their problems. You're giving more than enough by giving this transcendental sound vibration, by giving us the spirit and the truth. What more can we expect? We've got to go through our life. We've got to go through our purification. That's our karma that we carry, and you cannot solve that. So it's taking shelter to the Lord. Yeah. You give us the key, you give us the spirit, you give us the truth, and now it's us to go on our way. It's a follow. You've got to follow your path.
Yeah, you got to put it into practice now.
Yeah.
It's not like, well, you put it in practice for me. No, you got to just up level your association. Just like even in the world, the higher class people, the more intelligent class, they know, oh, I want to be a millionaire. Let me associate with millionaire mindsets. Let me learn, let me read about the millionaire mindsets, in the books like this. Oh, you want to be a real devotee? Associate with real devotee mindsets. Not like you come here and then you go to the homeless people, or low-level people, or the Vaidhi Bhaktas and try to get something from them, and they pull you down to that level. When are you going to fucking learn? And that's fine. You stay wherever you guys want to stay for as long as you want to stay. But I got to take care of my consciousness too. And that's what I'm doing as an example. Yeah, that should help you, because, I'm doing the same thing that some of these devotees do by hanging out with even people in the Sangha here that are like that. I got to be the first example to say, hey, don't pull me down into that. I cast my burdens on the Lord. I'm going to continue. And if you can't do that, well, too bad. I'm going to cast my burdens on the Lord. I'm going to look this way. I'm going to associate with devotees like Lalita and inspiring devotees, inspired devotees who are inspired by the devotional potency. I want to stay with them as my intimate friends. Because you got to have intimacy. Where's your intimacy? Well, the homeless person, I like to talk and eat with them and give them my vehicles and then give them these low-level people. And I'm unhappy. You wonder why? Or anybody doing shit like that. Or I'm associating with these hypocrites, and practically so many people are on that level. You wonder why you're hypocritical. That's why it's probably saved Rade and Francis from Johann. The guy's a fucking hypocrite. He's a hypocrite, a liar, and a cheater, and doesn't know it. Oh, maybe he does, but who the hell knows? Who cares? I don't want to be there. Look at his associates. See, can you see? You associate with that kind of energy and you go, and all of a sudden you're in illusion. All of a sudden you're offensive to devotees who are here to help you, bring you out. All of a sudden they're the cause of the problem. All of a sudden they're the ones that are the demons. Demons think the good guys are demons. That's the way they are. The demons, they wear, I'll tell you, the elites, they wear all white, in their thing. The white because they're so pure and they're so big fucking demons, but big false egos. And somehow or other, they got control of the world now and they're destroying it, destroying every good thing in the world. That's what they do. Oh, what are you going to do? You want to be a good guy and fight it? Good fucking luck. Hey man, this is Kali Yuga and that old shit is being destroyed and the Lord's going to bring this is what we're here to bring in. Anybody with the goal of God, the goal of Lord Chaitanya, you want a goal in life? How about we get with his program of delivering love of God? Otherwise, the beautiful verse I read this morning, Lord Chaitanya says, if love of God, people don't get love of God in this universe, it's useless. This universe is useless without love of God. There's no point to it. It's all just useless, and it'll be destroyed, and then another creation, and this goes on, but it's pointless and useless and meaningless. And the liberated souls who are just on the level of liberation, they even preach that. They preach that the world is empty and meaningless. See? But they still haven't found the real meaning, because when it's connected with the Lord, it has meaning. Oh yeah, what's the meaning? His goal, liberate people from illusion. Give them love of Krishna. Give them the potency to be attracted to chanting God's name. People like the Christians, they sort of got it, but sort of don't. When Jesus said, whoever believes in my name shall be saved, they think it's just as Jesus Christ. Yeah, Jesus Christ, believe in my name. The Lord comes as a devotee, but it's the Lord's name that we're believing in. They give us God's name. That's why you see the devotees in Vaishnavas more conclusive, more clear. But even Vaishnavas don't understand why the devotees have the name Krishna Das. It's a perfect relationship. He was an example of a Krishna Das. See, there's Krishna and Krishna's devotee together forever. If you don't have that personality in life, you don't have Krishna. You don't have the real Krishna. Okay? If you're not a real Krishna Das with whatever name you have, Gaur Hari Das or Lalita Dasi or Shama Sundari Dasi, you're not really it yet. You're not liberated soul yet. Not fully. You'll just think the world is empty and meaningless, like on that level of Brahman, if you're there. I reject low-level material relations. Yeah, that's smart. Absorb every word of Guru and you will soon notice your life changes. What example, like Fanny, what example can you show but like that faith? When you have faith and you listen attentively and you get the result of it, there's your testimony. Hey, it works. I'm with somebody empowered by the real Lord. It's not being cheated. How many ISKCON devotees and followers of these gurus can say that? I haven't even heard one. They're not even awakened yet. The guru's not awakened and the followers are not. It's just like Jesus said, the blind following the blind. Without devotion, you're still useless. Can you imagine? People think they have use, but the Lord is saying, if people don't get devotion, it's useless. Chapter 3, another thing. That's why you should be hearing these things and listening attentively and meditating on this. This is life. Even you want to know the real path. People think, the real path is Varnashram Dharma and the rules and regulations and all that. But the Lord says, see, nobody's heard the real teaching of Lord Chaitanya yet. They don't have it because they don't experience love of Krishna. Because the Lord came to teach love of Krishna. He says you cannot attain the kingdom of God of Vrindavan by following the rules and the regulations of Varnashram Dharma. You want me to read it to you? I just spoke the verse, chapter 3. And Prabhupada said, yes, that's true. The Vaidhi Bhakti path is a contamination for this kind of preaching. See, Prabhupada only taught Varnashram Dharma and the regulative devotional path as a necessary evil. Yes, an evil means contamination, right? A necessary evil. Why? Because look what we're giving. Look what we're relishing. Love of Krishna. And millions of Vaishnavas still are in the necessary evil because they simply don't believe in love of Krishna and the path being preached here. None of their gurus and none of their followers. So it's still a necessary evil. Otherwise, what if they don't follow the rules and regulations and try to, understand Krishna to some level? What is there for them? A hellish existence. But even, when you're ready to hear this, I tell you, even Prabhupada said, hey man, you cannot attain love of Krishna by that path that they're following, that he preached. You have to get it by this path. That's why he authorized this. Has his full approval. Yeah, come on. Teach the real reason for Lord Chaitanya coming here. Show them, demonstrate it, glorify it. Strongly, power. Look what we're up against. Millions of Vaishnavas saying, no. Varnashram Dharma, Ruda, Prabhupada, look what we're doing. No, we say, no. It's this path, man. Love of Krishna, otherwise it's still worthless, useless. That's why even Veda Vyas was unhappy. He preached that. He followed that in his heart. If your heart is unhappy, your life is fucking useless, isn't it? If your heart is unhappy, what happiness do you have? What is life about? You'd be like, fuck, man, I want out of here. I have some followers here like that. But I'm unhappy. Why? Because they're all over the place. Anxiety. Why? Because you lack faith in this. And when you're following and you're coming and regularly and listening and associating with these devotees and the devotional path and everything, all your eggs are in this basket. You'll be bliss everywhere. You'll be ecstatic. Everything will work out for you in your life. Yeah. That's always been like this. The devotees even of Jesus felt like that. They wandered, man, in bliss because they were protected by the Christ, because of their faith in the representative of the Lord and his preaching and his word. Why wouldn't that be here? Because that same thing is here again. It has to be. The Christians need help, even. All mixed up with all kinds of stuff nowadays. But at least they got something, you know. If you got a little ecstasy and you get a little realization of the value of God's representative, and you have faith in that your faith is what saves you. So you got to learn from the witnesses here. You know, you see their faith, you see the result of it. Do you want that? Do you want to live in a liberated state? That's how you do it. It's here again. Here you got living examples, you living witnesses. You got like a Jesus trip. You know, Jesus said, you will be my witnesses when you get the spirit of devotion, right? The same thing is going on here. You get living examples. You think this happens in every life? You get such a guru like this? You get such disciples like this as examples? You are one lucky fucks out there. Myself included. I feel very privileged to be able to preach this, to relish this, to make advancement on this path, to be committed to this path. See? Take advantage. Whoever does, you'll be very happy forever. Increasingly advancing in the devotional service. You know? Like a laser eyes. Even in Bitcoin, it's like that. Those who have the laser eyes, man, they're very intelligent and very wealthy, even, because they know the best and they follow the best. Well, the better than that is Krishna and Lord Chaitanya and this path and these devotees here in this Sangha. You just have, if you get to the point of laser eyes and realizing this is it, then you'll find the real wealth, like many of us have. You'll be protected everywhere you go. Maya will not touch you because you realize the ultimate goal of life is this kind of association, firmly fixed in it. And when she can't, oh, well, look over here, look over there. Oh, come, associate with these negative people, man. When that's finished, you realize, no. I live on devotees, man. I live on devotion. I live on the mind of God. Gives me life, gives me intelligence, gives me the right content. You know how people are into content in the like TikTok, and it's all content. Everybody's trying to come up with content, and people feed on that content. But what is the result? Agitation, temporary beliefs in the temporary world. And everybody's they're voraciously absorbing content or making temporary content. Okay? And nobody's very happy. Everybody's agitated. See, because that's what Maya does. But look at this content. You come here and you hear about the glories of devotional service. It's eternal. It makes you eternal. This content, and nobody's fucking preaching it except here. Eternal content makes you immortal quickly. Enlivened, new life. You're motivated by bhakti, by love of Krishna. That's why Lord Chaitanya came here. That's our mission here, is to propagate this eternal path that nobody is doing practice. I don't think, maybe you find a Christian doing something, but Vaishnavas, they're not even awakened. I couldn't find one fucking awakened Vaishnava, to be honest with you. Not one. That's why they don't know this. That's why nobody's here, even though this is the best place to be on the planet, for Vaishnavas especially. Much less anybody else. You're getting somebody sharing with you the principles of Lord Chaitanya by realization, by taste, just like the early devotees of Narottam and Shyamananda and Srinivas were preaching the real principles, the deep principles of Bhagavatam, of Lord Chaitanya's Leela. The same thing is revived here. And there's no other place I've seen. None of these gurus can do that. None. Zero. They don't even preach. They don't preach the mercy of Lord Chaitanya because they don't have it. They think it's austerities. They're contaminated. They're on a contaminated line. The contaminated line preaches austerities, preaches you can attain Lord Chaitanya and Krishna and Radha by austerities and by fastings and by regulative devotional service, or by being pious and following the pious path and doing ceremonies and fire sacrifices. That is so friggin' external. It's not the real path. It's that necessary evil that was preached, but that preaching is finished, man. This word, this truth finishes it. Because this word is in the real scriptures. We just reached into it. We pulled it out on the order of Prabhupada and the blessing of Krishna, and we distribute real knowledge and destroy the ignorance. Destroy that necessary evil because it's not needed anymore, at least for some people. Don't you want love of Krishna? Don't you want to relish the name of God and it to be your greatest treasure, your greatest wealth? Because it is. Your key to immortality. You know, we're all stuck in these bodies, man. We're stuck here in these bodies again and again and again until your energy is raised, your life is raised up on the pole. You know, and then you have a taste for what is eternal. Yeah. So give us a word, Shama Sundari.
Guru Maharaj, all glories to you.
Just got a message.
Yeah, where can I start? Everything what you are saying is true, and I can experience it, and I feel it, and I want to say that I'm truly humble and amazed because what you are saying, I can see, feel in my life, and when I feel the glories and the bigness of Krishna, of God, then I feel at the same time that I don't know nothing, you know. Krishna is surprising me every day, so I don't know nothing. So I I'm stepping like on the ice. And you know those those coaching program, for example, 1 week or 1 year, and you have those modules. I feel like Krishna is, I have Krishna program because every week he's showing me some new stage, some new, realizations. And it's so beautiful. For example, I thought I was always so proud that I know so much about mind, and I was studying mind and I was helping people with mind. But with this knowledge, with Krishna, yes, I see the mind so clearly that I don't have learn about mind anymore, because sharing mind with Krishna, he shows the material mind. It's everything so easy, And then yes, and then I was always angry. I was so angry that I was like also proud. I thought it was my thoughts. I didn't share it. I was so angry at all the devotees here because I was thinking, yes, they have nothing to do. They don't work, and they are coming here every day, and there is no progress. And I have to work, and I have so much to do, and I have to build, and I have to find time. And now, when I feel Krishna, I have no problem with anybody because I see the benefits, you know, that I have to find the time, that I have to hear in background, you know, I have to and this taste is amazing. And also I see many progress in my material life, you know, because without Krishna, I had to figure it out everything on my own, and I have to, you know, let go those triggers. And now I have still triggers, I have still problems, but when I chant with Krishna, and when I'm holding him, and when I'm believing with him, those fires, material fires are coming and going, you know, and then there is a lesson. So it's amazing. It's working on all levels. I'm so grateful. I'm testing, I'm chanting your name, Krishna name, Lalitka name. And when I see those, you know, Johan camps and those Vaidis, everybody who has problem with Lalita has a problem with me. And I feel like it's, you know, it's like this, yeah, because we share Krishna and this is it. But it feels awesome. Yeah. And this guy, how he calls Eric, Eric's problem is his mind, and he's always about himself. And Gurudev is talking about constellations of people who came to him. He doesn't talk about those people. He talks about examples for his preaching, and he sees his case, and he's saying in comments, yeah, you are talking about me, you could be softer, and so on. And I was also like this. I wanted to control Guru, that he should be soft. But the softness, what you're talking about, this is your mind and modes of nature, like sattva guna. And because I don't hear anything what would be, you know, harmful or bad or strange or creepy. It's just, oh my God. Today I experienced on the lecture, I didn't hear your words. I've heard vibration, but I could understood even when I didn't hear it. It's amazing. It's mystical. It's such a force. And more I understand, then I understand I don't know anything. And the last thing, my work, I have to work, yeah, but it's so attractive. I have to come here. But my work, my material work, become better. You know, there is this Shakti, there is a Krishna, there is this clarity. It's so amazing. I'm really feeling Krishna, which I got from Gurudev, from this vibration, from this place here, and only, you know, I heal on each level, on every level. And sometimes I feel also it's becoming mature, but I don't rush, you know. And now I understand your words, Guru Maharaj, when you are always saying, take it easy, it will become spontaneous. I'm just checking if I'm, you know, I'm checking my faith only, you know, because sometimes I have to work, sometimes I have to deal with people, sometimes I cannot hear. So I'm just checking if I have faith, because I know that when I have faith, then I can connect every time to this amazing potency. Thank you. I love it. I love this vibration which you provide.
So, yeah, the devotees take advantage of the devotees that have a testimony. That's how you know. Those who have a testimony, that means Krishna is close to them and giving them reciprocation. And you hang out with them, you're going to advance. That's why you see that's intelligence. Devotees develop devotional intelligence. Krishna gives it to them. Like Lalita, like Shama-san wants to defend Lalita. See, that's devotional intelligence. When a person goes against a devotee, you want to defend them. You want to chastise that person. When you become inspired by the Lord dealing with you and you want to give a testimony and share, see, that is Krishna. That's because of a relationship with the Lord, and people need to hear that. And anybody in our Sangha, that's where you're going to advance with devotees that are getting that reciprocation. That's called spiritual advancement. Yeah, and otherwise, you know, you advance by association with these devotees. And that's the path. And that goes for everybody. If anybody from outside, everybody's an outsider until you have a deep relationship with Krishna. These gurus are outsiders. They're not inside. Insider means you can prove that you are very close to Krishna. If you're very close to Krishna, you have the symptoms that are described in these holy books that very clearly describe that closeness with Krishna of a devotee. Actually, all those persons haven't shown me anything like that. So they're outsiders. And until somebody wants to develop an inside relationship with the Lord, they remain outsiders. And the way you develop an inside relationship with the Lord is through the devotees. You got to go through the devotees. And then you develop, the Lord says, oh, you're a friend of my devotee? You ever heard this saying, any friend of this person is a friend of mine? That's what Krishna's saying. Any friend of my real devotee is a friend of mine. That's just how it is. It's always been that. That's why with Johan, I moved away when he a very cold touch like a snake. It's like, something's wrong. I didn't know consciously. I was thinking, oh, what is it? Why do I feel like this? See? Because he's not a real friend yet. He has to learn, He has to eventually become sincere and want to advance by association with devotees. You see, he always thought he was more advanced than Lalita, who is, he's not, Fanny's more advanced than that Johan. Much more advanced. Shama Sundar is more advanced than Johan.
He's preaching becoming more proud and proud every day.
Yeah. And so what is he? What is his advancement? He is finished. His bhakti is finished, literally. And all he has is pride now, and is offensive to devotees, which is worse than being a murderer. That's how bad it gets. But that's how why he does what he does. And that you see the kind of following he has, bunch of snakes. And that's just how it is, and people are protected here. We are protected from that. Yeah, and you'll see, the more you get this, like, Fanny's getting it, and understanding this, the power of faith in what we're doing. It has results. Thank you for the new life. I will listen. Okay, I have to, yeah, it's good. Yeah, good. Thank you for coming. Yeah. See, they're getting results, and that's your preaching, Fanny, and Noodles and Fanny and anybody else coming here. And everybody needs to learn this. That sometimes people are inspired. They come here regularly, and then all of a sudden they drop off. And then when I get a report from them, I'm really confused. I feel, oh, well, why don't you come and become strong like the devotees? I come here for strength, because the Lord associates with his devotees. The people here are his devotees. And the Lord comes to give us darshan. What do you think going to the temple is? Going to the temple is to get darshan of the Lord and the Lord's devotees and get the strength of that. That's the training. Now, this is even more powerful, because you're getting the darshan of living devotees, where the Lord is actually living inside and expressing through them. This is 100 times more powerful than going to these temples that just have the deities there that you don't see with tears. You don't see them talking to you these deep, conclusive truths. And you're hearing from those who are still external outsider devotees. They're on the outside. So you don't get internal, it's slow. The purification is much slower. See, that's why it's many lifetimes. See? Here, you're getting purified so fast because you got real devotees who have a real close relationship with the Lord, and by looking at them, you see the Lord's energy. You see his loving ecstasy. You hear the conclusive understanding of the scriptures as they are, which is God, his mind, his direction. See, you become laser focused on the absolute truth. Where are you going to? You don't get that from an external temple run by external devotees. You get that here. So why wouldn't you become stronger? Why wouldn't you become more clear? Of course, but a lot of people make that mistake. You know, they go and disappear for a while. They get all juiced up and then they go and associate with God knows what. Fandy says, what can I understand? What I can't understand is that some have been in the Sangha for years, but you never even read a testimony from them. You never even read or hear a testimony from them. If your life is really changed because of Krishna, you want to shout, yeah. So the one thing you could learn from what Fanny's saying is associate with devotees who have testimonies. Become their friends, you know, serve them, you know, and then you'll get a testimony in your heart. You know, it's the mercy. Lord Chaitanya taught this. The mercy of his real devotees is very important. And real devotees have a real spiritual testimony from their heart, sincere, you know, pure. You can see it when it comes from there. You know, we have a lot of devotees like that. I just know I was drinking the other night and I was listening to Lalita and I didn't feel drunk. But as soon as I turned on Sachi's live video of Krishna, I felt drunk as hell, but maybe I project too much. I don't know. I don't quite know it. Yeah.
If you drink, you don't have a right view on things, so better don't go to classes if you're drunk from alcohol. It has abuse to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's just, yeah. Anyway, just, you know, people bring their baggage in here and do the best you can. Just try to understand the principles and apply them to your life. It's my consideration as well. And Gohari will have an appointment with a counselor on Tuesday, so I will have an outlet for my problem. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can do what you got to do with your problems, but ultimately you'll see you have problems because of association and faith in mundane persons, you know. These counselors, they're usually mundane.
Drunks think they can solve their problem. I know I have many examples. I also start to help them. He says, I'm going to drink non alcoholic beer. It won't help you. You go to Govinda and you ask his advice. You need to go to a group where you have support of others who have the same problem as you. That's the only way you can get cured. And really.
Yeah. Yeah. I will quit drinking. I am going to start. Yeah. Yeah. And actually, you should communicate with, if you, in a sincere way, communicate with Govinda, because he was an alcoholic, or is an alcoholic, but he doesn't drink anymore. And he, you know, he's a great association. You want counseling? Why not get it from him? You know, just approach sincerely. What I certainly learned from Gohari Das and Lalita is to leave my backpack behind. And I can testify that was a huge relief. Yeah. What do you mean? What does she mean by backpack? You know,
all the things from your youth and all the traumas and things you were attached to. And
yeah, I mean, you gotta, you know, do that. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. With people who don't want to let go of their backpack and still keep putting stuff in it. Okay, I got to distance myself from that. I don't want my energy dragged down, and I have to do it as an example for them, actually, because if I'm doing what I'm telling them not to do, even though it's with them, then I can't teach by example. No, I have to do it with them so that they get the idea. That was my realization today. It's like God was telling me. He said, "Well, go, Ari. You're still associating and being dragged down to those persons. You haven't. You got to be the first example so that they can do it." So I immediately realized, okay, all those I'm being pulled down by, I put them on restrict now. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not associating with you're dragging my energy down to that level or trying to manipulate and control. I want to be with sincere devotees. You should be like that too. That's the teaching. If you don't want to do that, well, that's your problem. You don't want to listen to that. You want to associate with low-level persons, and you're okay. Well, you got to struggle where you struggle. But hey, I got to take care of Gohari Das's heart. My heart, hey, Krishna's in there. He tells me what he likes. If he doesn't like something, he gets angry and mad, and he feels like that. That's what I feel with some of the devotees here. I listen to them, and they do all these little manipulative things and like this, and my heart goes, I think it's his face. So I'm starting to figure it out. Oh, that's unhappy. Okay, what should I do? Well, practice what you preach. Oh, I see. Okay, I will. Thank you. You got to keep your little baby happy, man. Otherwise, he doesn't like being unhappy.
Can I say something, Guru Maharaj? You were not talking to Woody. I know who you were talking to, but he thought that you were talking to him, and Shama said, no, you're wrong. He was not talking to you, but Krishna was talking to him, to Woody as well. You didn't mean that, but if he took it like that, Krishna was talking to Woody as well.
Yeah. That's how you know, because I was thinking of somebody else, but if it applies to you, you take it on. See, you think, oh, and you might even get a little offended. You might think, oh, he's just talking, how dare he say, well, that's a good sign, man. You can relate to that. See, you can relate to the games you're playing. It's a game. There's these games people play. There was a book a long time ago. I read it in the early 60s, 70s. It was called I'm Okay, You're Okay. And he had all these games people play. He was a psychologist. And he wrote a book about I'm Okay, You're Okay, but it was all about the games that people play. And I see those same kind of games in this Sangha here with some people. They play these little games. This is all conditionings and childhood stuff, but I don't want to play those games anymore. Cast your burdens on the Lord, associate with advanced devotees. Keep your association clean. Don't associate intimately. You can associate. I associate with plenty of people, but I don't sit there and intimately reveal my inner truths to low-level persons. Even here, we try to come in and they want to steal the energy so they can be teachers and all that. And I don't want to associate. I say, no, sorry, man. Go find your juice somewhere else. I had enough of that. We're moving on now. Yeah, you do get offended because that's the false ego playing. It's the game player part. It's the condition part. And you play those games here. And when you do that, that's called insincerity, and that's called hypocrisies and all kinds of weird shit going on there. It's contaminations. Yeah, Govinda Das association would be magical. I like to share what happened when he... Yeah, you read that, Lalita.
I'm not surprised about what I read. Yes, Govinda, his association would be magical. But especially for drunks, Pani, that's why I said it, because he's expert and he can really give strong advice, clear and strong advice. So when he was here last time, I asked him to water plants in the garden, and he left the hose open.
That's Govinda.
We are not surprised. On it long enough that it almost beamed to the ground. I was so upset with him. But eventually, Lord made the whole thing wonderful, as that bush flowered immediately this time.
It needed a little extra water.
Yeah.
What does Freddie say there?
Freddie says, for every problem, materially and spiritually, there is a solution. But finding, accepting, and applying the solution is the difficult part. People always think that somebody else needs to solve their problem, and they are angry if you're not there immediately to, because they feel a little bit, oh my God.
Yeah, but the Lord will solve the problems. The problems are like down. See, the problem, if you're feeling troubled, when you're feeling troubled, your heart is feeling troubled, is your energy is down in the modes. So the practice is the chanting and associating with devotees and Hari Katha and our energy is brought up, and then there's no troubles, because Krishna is not trouble and you're absorbed in Krishna's transcendental energy. There's no troubles for those who are absorbed in the troubleless, and that's the Lord. And that's why associating with living devotees who don't have troubles, unless you're troubles for them, and then they got to do that. That's why I'm taking the example of Lord Chaitanya. He was ready to go when he heard the troubles of a devotee that was, got, with the king and all this stuff. He says, I don't want to do it. I'm going to go to Alalanath. But that worked out because the troubles were given to the Lord. See, cast your burdens on the Lord, and he'll take care of them. But he was acting as a devotee and saying, don't give my troubles. No, cast them on the Lord. And because they did that, everything worked out. And that's what I learned from that, is I also do that. I cast my troubles on the Lord, and he takes care of it. So you guys all practice that. The Bible says to do that. Lord Chaitanya says to do that. So when we act like that, you'll see your troubles are taken away. If you have fears and anxieties, cast them on the Lord. Hare Krishna, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Chant your guru's name if you have faith in your guru. If you don't, well, you're going to have troubles. Krishna's given you a guru, yes or no? See, those who don't have faith in that, I mean, fully, not hypocritically, not because, because, I don't know. I have faith in Gaur Hari Das, but I don't know, Jesus, the Bible, he said this. What path should I follow? See, when you become one-pointed and realize, hey, you either have faith in Gaur Hari Das as your guru and the path taught here, or not, or you're developing it. So you got to work through that to where you want your anxiety to go, you want your troubles to go, you want your, this feeling that, you just, I don't want to be in this world, I just want to go to the spiritual world. Well, we're teaching the path, how to go to the spiritual world. Follow the advice, act on this. Your troubles will go when you're one-pointed and you have faith in your guru without the other side. See, when you get that, so that's your struggle, is to get one-pointed, because you'll be like Lalita and Govinda. Their troubles are gone because they're here 100%. They're not like thinking, I don't know, what about Jesus? You know, should I follow Jesus's path or Gohari's, or are they the same? You know, I feel anxiety. I'm confused. Yeah, of course. Get with this program. Make this program your life and soul, and you'll be like us, happy forever and not confused. You know, not anxiety. Come on, be around devotees like this. Listen, hear. You don't see me missing a fucking day. You know? I see people miss 3 or 4 days, 5 days, weeks, sometimes 2 weeks, and you wonder why. I'm really confused. Well, yeah, Maya's fucking with you, man. Maya doesn't fuck with Gaur Das or Lalita because we come here regularly and we believe in this preaching. Even if you got enough faith, even if you can't come regularly, but you're with us fully. You know, not thinking, should I follow the Jesus path? Is this? If that's why you're still in anxiety, anybody like that? Follow this path and you learn about Jesus here. Well, anybody think you know more about Jesus, or that you can know more about Jesus than your guru when you don't have faith in your guru here? You don't have faith that they're really intimate, more intimate with Krishna, with Jesus and his path than you are. He should be like that. That's the kind of guru you need, because if you're confused and anxiety, they're the ones who know. Because that's not here. I'm not confused about Jesus. I'm not confused about what path I'm following. See, the idea, the moral of the story is when you're here 100% and you learn about Jesus here, I'll prove it. Give me any verse, I'll explain it better than you can do in 1,000,000 years. Better explanation. Why? Because the Lord has given that to me to do it. He has the ability to man. I was surprised that I could understand more about Jesus Christ in the scriptures than scholars that have studied for years and years and years. They're confused about verses that are no-brainers to me. That's just a fact. I'll prove it to anybody. You bring any Christian here, you bring any Vaishnava here, I'll prove that the verses that they may have studied. You bring Acharya Dev here, who wrote all the Sanskrit and studied Sanskrit and wrote even the, translated the 11th and 12th canto and the rest of the 10th. Bring him here. I'll prove to you, I'll prove to them, if they're open to listening and not too much in the false ego, that the Lord has given me to explain things that they don't understand. I've already done it. They could look over the videos and see explanations they never understood, not even in their dreams. Yeah, explanations that Narayan Raj can't explain here, and people won't come here. That's a big false egos they got still, so many. See, they're still following the necessary evil. See, it's still necessary to have some poison in that because they don't believe in real devotees giving Lord Chaitanya's genuine mercy here. See? But those who do, look at the results. Look at the results, for God's sakes, man. You are the first person to understand Jesus. Yeah, it's true, your explanations. Yeah. It's because of empowerment. The Lord gives the devotees gifts. See, so why come and think, I think I'll try to figure Jesus out, and I see people confused doing it. They get more confused. Why don't you just come here and clear up everything? Because that was given me to do that. That's what the guru is supposed to do if you got a real guru that's empowered. This is not just, we're connected to Lord Chaitanya genuinely. Therefore, there's the vast amounts of understanding that Lord Chaitanya holds the key to, his followers. comes through here in a living way, not just it being in the book. It's a living vibration coming, the sound also, which makes the impression. Otherwise, look at people who are not impressed with the words of Chaitanya Lila. They don't understand them because they need the devotee Bhagavat to impress those words. See, press in through the ears into the heart. I am confused, but I just want to serve God. And the part about Armageddon going down makes me think that maybe Christ is the true path. Yeah, you see, that's the whole thing. You want to serve God directly. You see, that's the problem. See, I just want to serve God. Well, serve Guru first, and then you'll serve God. Because by becoming a real disciple of a real Guru, you'll get the mercy of that God. Otherwise, you'll be confused and you'll stay confused because you're going directly. See? See, you're not following the real Shastras. I just told you what's in the real Shastras. Lord Chaitanya taught it. See, you're confused because you have your own ideas about it that don't work. That's why you're confused. And Gohari's not confused. You know why Gohari's not confused? Because I understand and I live in Lord Chaitanya's words and truths. And he's not a confused guy. His mind is clear. Your mind isn't, because you're not in the mind of Lord Chaitanya, and I am. That's what I'm here to preach. What is the mind in this regards? I'll prove it to you, Woody. Why I'm not confused and you are. Because you're not in alignment with God's teaching. Lord Chaitanya was God in his latest incarnation. He taught this. He said, those who are my direct devotees or try to go directly to me like you're doing right there, I want to serve God. You want to serve God? They're not my real devotees. That's why you're confused. Those who are not real devotees have confusion. But those who are the devotees and disciples of my real devotee, my real one, are my real devotees. See, they're not confused. Okay? So I live in that verse. Okay? Therefore, I'm not confused because I'm in the mind of God and the mind of God is in me and I preach it. Isn't it? You want to be happy? Well, come learn here. And this is the best counseling you'll ever get. That makes sense, Woody? How to end confusion? This goes for everybody. Live in the mind of Scripture, which you hear impressed by listening attentively to Guru. This is the whole problem. Many people confuse them. They're not listening attentively or they're not coming regularly. And then Maya, like a fog. You know, you ever see fogs? They roll in. The Maya is like a fog, rolls in, covers your consciousness. All of a sudden you're looking through the Maya. Wow, everything's unclear now.
But Radha is like a fog as well. When she comes, everything becomes clear again.
Yeah, exactly. The Holy Spirit.
Yeah, you need the Radha's fog.
Yeah. Either Radha's fog or Maya's fuck. That's what she does. It's just Maya. The Lord's material modes is a prison. It's meant to imprison souls. You come here, we're here to take you out of prison. The Lord takes me out of prison, takes you out of prison. We're uplifted out of the fog, above the clouds. The sun shines. I'm amazed when I see people in the fog. They say, I'm really confused. I don't know what's what. Yeah, you're in the fog, man. Why don't you come regularly to Sadhu Sangha and be uplifted above the fog? That's why I just stay above the clouds. I like sun, man. I always did. Even in this world. You ever see people, they live in depressed climates because it's always cloudy, especially in wintertime. Just for months, cloudy. I was in the UK, it was kind of like that in the winter, always cloudy. or a lot cloudy, not always, but mostly, it's just depressing, man. Me, I like to live in the sun, man. I go, sunny places. I lived in Arizona. I always, Mexico, where is the sun, man? But now, do that with Krishna's truth. You want to live in the sun, you got to stay in the sun. Come where the sun is. Isn't that interesting? The sun, come see the sun. Come to darshan. What are we talking about? These principles of the absolute truth practically applied. Where are you going to get this sun? This is sun, man. This is light. These words are spirit because they're about the spirit. Any deal with Mahamaya will get you more screwed, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, hey, we got a lot of people here today, 23 people. Where do they all come from?
It's true what Freddy says. After many lifetimes of imprisonment, we are so attached to it that we even don't like freedom anymore. People are afraid of the freedom,
Yeah, and see, the freedom is, well, I got good news for you people that are afraid of freedom. See? Because the real freedom is freedom just from Maya. See, but you become indentured to the Lord because we're meant to be like that. You're indentured. You're a servant of the Lord. See, so the freedom is being in the Lord's servant as a servant. See, that's the freedom. But because you're never going to have this false idea of freedom alone. Like, oh yeah, I want to be free of Biden and the Klaus Schwabs and the world and all of this, the material level and these politics. I want to be free. But you want to be free alone, so it never works. See? Oh, I want to be free in God by being God's servant because it's wonderful to do that. The Lord also, he wants to be free in being in servant of his servants. That's how we preach. The Lord is saying, hey man, I'm your servant, Gohari. Oh, but you're my servant too. Oh, interesting. See, I can't serve without the Lord, and he can't serve without me. How would you be liberated if you didn't have such a situation? Well, who are you? You think you're so great. Well, would you be delivered? There you one coming here. Who would be delivering you? You think Jai Pataka could deliver you? You think Narayan Raj? Narayan Raj even admitted, I'm sorry, I'm not delivering you. It's going to be many lifetimes before you're going to get delivered. Before you're going to be useful, it'll be many. That's what he said, basically. Lord Chaitanya said, without love of Krishna, that he came to give, that his real devotees come to give when he gives the order, and the order is given, is the only useful thing in the world. Otherwise, you're useless. We're all useless. And Narayan Raj says, I'm sorry, man, you're just going to be useless for many more lives. And then you'll get the prema and become useful. Well, what the heck would want to follow that path when this one is here? You got to be an idiot. But most people still are. They think I'm offensive. I'm just being logical. Narayan Raj told you it'll be many lifetimes before you're getting prema, you followers of Narayan Raj. And without prema, you're useless in the eyes of the Lord. So you're ready to wait many lifetimes as a useless incarnation of coming back again and again, incarnated as a human being. And you're willing to do that because you want to follow that path. When Gauri Das is telling you and showing you and demonstrating the power of people getting prema in this life, and you won't follow this path, You are one dumb fucker. You are a real big idiot. I need to use those words to describe your situation. Now, is that not logically presented? These are all the scriptures that back it up. And Narayan Raj backs it up too, because he's teaching the wrong path for this. He's teaching the necessary evil. How long do you want to stay in the necessary evil? Because don't tell me you're a Raganuga Bhakti, and you got no raga, you got no pure ecstatic worship, you got no deep truth that comes from that, you got no understanding of Lord Chaitanya's grace to give ecstatic love in this world, and you're obviously not empowered to give it, because you can't even talk about it, the grace of Lord Chaitanya. You cannot distribute it. You cannot relish it. Therefore, you're part of the useless class out there. That's why you see why you got to be ready for this preaching, because it busts, it destroys all of your illusions. And it's truthful, because I'm preaching right where. That's why I have all the books, man. It's all in there. I just quoted the verses. Without love of Krishna, this whole universe is useless. What about you? Anybody? Does anybody have love of Krishna? Well, now you're useful. Those who don't have love of Krishna, even in this room here, you're still useless. But are you ready to be useful? Are you ready to put all your eggs in this basket and be useful? Can you see many of us have love of Krishna, prema bhakti, that none of these gurus even showed that they have? None of their followers show that they're recipients of that? Are you ready for the truths that come from that level of preaching? Well, that's the book preaching. The book is saying that, right? I'm just telling you what's in the book. People say, Gauri, you're so offensive. How dare you say we're useless? Well, Lord Chaitanya said you're fucking useless without love of Krishna. So get with the program or not. I believe in those words. I see them as true, because I look around and I see, without love of Krishna, the fucking world is useless. It look like I'm walking around zombies, dead people. Some of them have masks on, listening to other dead people. You don't have to wait for the zombie apocalypse. It's already here. Without love of Krishna, the world is useless. Lord Chaitanya said this. Oh, and so did Krishnadas Kaviraj. He said if Radha and Krishna didn't descend to this world, it would be useless. What does that mean? It means, hey man, Radha and Krishna, did they descend in your heart? Do you have realization of them? Yeah? No? Well, you're a useless class. You want to be useful? Hey, man, that's what we teach, how to become a useful member of transcendental society. Or are you in false ego thinking, Gauri, how dare he think I'm useless? Well, the Lord says you're useless, and I believe him. What, you think I believe your fucking false ego that thinks you're useful even though it's against the scriptures? The scriptures say you're a useless fuck if you have no love of Krishna. I like using that word now. It sounds so fun, man. I feel so liberated. What's his name? What's that Mayavadi guru? He's all these different ways that fuck can be used. That word.
Sadhguru?
No, the other guy. He was a yogi.
David Icke?
No. He had a beard, and not Sadhguru, but he had a beard. No, just anyway, one of these guys. So yeah, there's many ways to use that word. Isn't that an interesting idea? Because people think I'm used. That's false ego. That we got to learn to see through the eyes of God. And he's saying this whole world is without love. I mean, that's what he's thinking. And I'll tell you, all of us will think that way too when you get love of Krishna, because then you know the mind of God. You realize, oh, love of Krishna is the most important potency in this world. It completes us, and it's the only thing completes us. You can have gold, you can have money in this world, you can have objects and boats, and you could be rich and have properties and all that. But you will be unhappy, and so many are, when love of God is not awakened in your heart. Everybody it would be. See? So, but if you have love of God, and whatever you have or don't have is okay, because you're complete. That's what we're all looking for, whether you're poor or rich, is completion. And the Lord, that transcendental potency, completes us. Without it, you're not useful to the Lord, because isn't that what it's all about, is to be a servant of God? If you're not a servant of God, then you're not useful to God. Now, look at the other side. In the world, a lot of people say, well, what is this? I'm doing pious deeds. I'm useful. I help others, right? And so who are you helping actually? Well, you're kind of in training because you don't know who you're really meant to help, but you're helping people's bodies, right? You help them. You build hospitals for their bodies to be healed. See? You help them psychologically. You try to heal their mental body or their emotional body. See, you try to, I'm helping by. Or you help people in their sense gratification. You're a waiter in a restaurant, right? You help them in their sense gratification for their body. Everything's for the material body, the mental body, the emotional body. Or you're a new age preacher, all these speculations, you help their celestial, astral type body. Still a body, still speculation. And the Lord's thinking, that's only useful to those who are in the modes of nature. That's why you see, well, if I go to Tony Robbins, right? The guy looks really weighted down to me. I mean, I'm watching this. They seem so gross. He has a lot of karma, I think he's picking up. But anyway, aside from that, if I go to Tony Robbins, he's feeling useful, right? Because I go there, what is he giving? What is he promising? Oh, you get control of your life and you manifest all your dreams, not God's dreams, your dreams, because you're God, basically. Everybody's thinking they're like the doers. He goes like this. Your dreams, you can manifest your dreams and everything. And he's thinking he's useful, right? Of course. Because people are coming. A lot of people, yeah, we want this. Yeah, teach us this there, Tony. Hey, Tony, I want to get a control of my life. I want to get over my anxieties and fears. And get me in, get me into a course, man. I know I did courses like that. And you're juiced. I was juiced up and everything. And I thought I was on top of the world, man. And I was going to conquer the world, And then 3 days afterwards, come back to the course. And you get juiced up again, I'm going to be rich and all of that. See? So he's useful, right? Because people say that's useful. Why? Because they don't know what is the ultimate goal of life. Is to be useful because of love of Krishna, hollows you out, and you deliver other people out of this illusion of their own dreams. Because if you have a dream, some other dream separate from the Lord's, transcendental dream of liberating people out of illusion, you're still dreaming, you're still in illusion, you're still in Maya, and you're still more or less useless. I say that's giving you the benefit of the doubt. You're actually useless in the eyes of God that way because you're in this useless material energy. How dare you say that? Well, Lord Brahma, who created all, sub-created this, says so. He said, I created everything in this world. It's just nonsense. People, I offend so many people. They don't like, this is not, yeah. Well, I believe in the scriptures. You don't. Believe in the scriptures. You don't believe that the spiritual master needs to be a transcendentally situated person, a resident of Vrindavan. See, you don't believe that. Oh, yes, we do, because our guru. No, they're not. They don't have the symptoms of a liberated person. You can't even dream of what I even said. A lot of people, they don't even think that's the standard. That's why they go on worshiping. See, you're all still useless following the necessary evil, simply because you can't follow this path. But whoever does, whoever's lucky to hear these truths, check it in the scriptures and learn to live in the scriptures like Gohari Das does, and Lalita does, and Govinda does, you'll be blissful and happy forever. You'll see that these persons stay steady, blissful, and happy. Do you ever see Lalita confused lately or back and forth? Well, see my progress. This path works. What else there, Lalita? Anything else I should see?
You make progress if you keep on drinking this wine. If you keep on drinking this elixir of happiness and intelligence. But if you stop drinking it and you go drink other things, like what about Jesus? But if that preacher was so fantastic, the whole world was full of ecstatic Christians, and that's not what's happening. And by the way, do you find a preacher like Srila Gaura Haridas in the world of Christianity? Is there one who makes you ecstatic? Is there one who preaches conclusively? No, don't go to lower preaching. See, Lord Chaitanya brought more. He brought something more. He brought all those rasas. So try to desire for that more instead of going back to lower preachings, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Progress.
want to get over your anxiety, basically you have to associate regularly and for a long time with devotees who are like this here. Otherwise, you slide back into that. And because if I get, if anybody tells me they're still confused and they're unhappy and they want to leave the planet, you're not associated enough, because it's catching this. If you're associating regularly and closely with devotees like this, I don't want to care. I'm here to do I'm here in this body doing the Lord's will. This idea of leaving. Here, I have so much service to do, and there's so much service for everybody. Service, just being close, and you'll be satisfied. Wow, and you want to go more. Every day is another day to be closer with the Lord. You have a mission to live for. So anyway, when you get that, that's why I'm preaching. And if it offends you or you get unhappy or something, well, you know what to do. But it's truthful. It works. You got to see a person that's not happy. The only time I get unhappy is associating too closely with my students and disciples that are unhappy, simply because they lack faith in what we're doing, and they don't keep their association clean, because and all we can do is preach this truth, and those who apply it, you'll see it works. Yeah. So that's the struggle. Okay, people, you're in some devotees who have very low level energy still, negative and all that. So that's the struggle. Just keep, we're here. Association is here. You might have to struggle to be here, struggle with yourself and try to, Anyway, by and by, everything will go. You have to talk. That's your karma. Everybody's got their karmas. They're coming, their baggage. But you at least take responsibility and see this is all baggage, and let me just continually. It's like, what did Jesus said? Unless you carry your cross, you have to carry your cross. And everybody has a different cross. You carry your weight, this weight, but you keep moving forward. And then the burden is taken off more and more, just like Jesus who had a resurrection.
The yoke becomes lighter and lighter and lighter because there is more room for the spirit. But that old wine needs to be thrown out first. So go through that and don't complain.
Yeah, the old wine, this freedom from material misery, you lose control and flow on Krishna. Yeah. After many lifetimes, Fernando says, after many lifetimes, heart is so hard that it doesn't melt with love for Krishna. Guru and devotees, even if we get the rays of ecstasy experience. Well, actually, that's how your heart can melt, is to be with real devotees, sincerely. See? Not coming here with, you got to get over that hypocritical and motivated stage someday. And then you'll see if you're having problems, it's usually some hypocrisy there, some double-mindedness, some lack of faith in the Lord is giving you it's all here. You just come into alignment here and develop faith that the door to the kingdom of Vrindavan is here. When you really get that, you're looking at the door. You're not looking at the door, then look at some other doors that go nowhere. See? No, I hear it. The door is here. So when you get that, you can do it. And then your heart will melt. Krishna will trust you. You say, oh, this person's sincere. This person really wants to advance. I think I want to just be stuck in my drama. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, and if you want to do that and you stay wanting to do that, I'll kick your fucking ass out of here too. Because I don't need that. I don't need a person that willingly wants to be stuck in their drama. I might tolerate a little longer now if it just goes on and say, no, I'm just going to come here and I want attention to be stuck in my drama because I don't want to change. Well, fuck you, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. I want serious people. You've been here long enough to get serious. I don't want to associate with low-level energies that don't want to change. I'll tolerate for you. Can say, hey, yeah, come here. What do you want? You want God? Are you still, if I see you, Woody, continue on like, I don't know, maybe Shiva, and this goes on and on, you're going to be fucking out of here. I'll kick your ass out because I don't need any more. I've done enough of that. You have given you plenty of time to look around, to check out the products here. But if this goes on, I have enough people here who've been doing that for years. I don't know. I'm confused, and I got all these problems, and I don't know. Maybe Vaidhi Bhakti, maybe ISKCON devotees and Jesus, and I don't really listen. Had enough of that shit. Okay, I block him. Let me know when he does some progress. Another person who found a place to talk about himself. So there you go. You lost one friend, Woody. So, and that's just, we're not here to caress the sleeves and the externals of everybody. I like Lolita's saying, caress the sleeves, the X. No, we're here to blast with dynamite the false ego. Blow it up, man. Set dynamite charges under that. You know, because you can't put this new wine in this old wineskin there. I think you are showing me truth and busting my illusion majorly. You're the only person that hasn't kissed my ass. Well, thank you for the compliment. I'll take that on. Yeah, that's what people do, oh, you poor thing, Oh, let's keep that drama going. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, a lot of comments. Okay. Okay, let's see. I didn't read anything yet, did we?
You read from your mind.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, let's see. Actually, have I been on very long? Maybe not. 2 hours and a half. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's. I don't know. I think I'm kind of like need to rest a little bit. I got up early again. I got up at 12:30. I was pitter-pattering around, doing things. Yeah.
I heard you.
You heard me. I didn't want to wake you up too early because I know you took that medicine, you want
Lavendel.
lavendum. Yeah, that may let her sleep as long as possible. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, this is great. We're here and we're doing our thing. It's great. Got a lot of nice devotees here. Great inspiration. So yeah, everybody takes advantage. You'll be happy. Are you going to do a video now, or are you going to wait a while? What is your thing?
I will wait a while so that everybody can recover a little bit all this information.
A lot of information. Yeah.
Well, every time. So
Yeah.
2 hours and a half, and then immediately 1 hour and a half from me.
Yeah.
It's long.
Make it easy. Yeah. Okay. We don't want to be too fanatical. Well, we got 24 people watching, man. Getting some interest out here, man. I bet a lot of people are coming because they're not all coming. It's probably, let's go see this Gaur Haridas. This guy he's outrageous, man. Let's check him out, man. Okay, my friends, we'll digest a little bit, and we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you for